Okay, okay, okay.
You.
How you darn people? How you darn? Let us
How
know
we
who we're
feeling?
hanging out with, who's in the chat, who's with us tonight. Hope you've had a fantastic day and are ready for a good stream. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna have
That's
some
right,
fun.
baby.
We're gonna chat. Uh, Jasmine says just traded Dotson, so loving the thummy. Yeah, the thummy
Come
was
on.
clean today.
Come on,
Um,
baby.
what's up, Jasmine? What's up, Keegan? What's up, G Money? Welcome in. What's up, Kyle?
How we
Kyle,
feeling?
I gotta know, man. What's the stream looking like today? What's the stream looking like? When you pulled it up on your phone, was it 144p still? I made a couple changes. Hey, it defaulted to 720. He said.
That's good. That's what you want.
Okay, okay. Maybe I figured it out. My bit rate was a little bit too low for what my computer could handle. My computer was like, yeah, I got this. This is light work. Add some bit rate on that. So if anyone out there, typically if you watch our stream and it's low quality at first, can you tell me today when you watched it if it started off as high quality? I want to know at least 720p because I've been wrapping my head around how to fix it. It's been frustrating me. But what's up, iCamp? What's up? My role's established in Discord. Love that, Sam. What's up, Scary?
Huge.
What's up, Chris? What's up, Hanif?
How we feeling?
I feel good about Dimes, Nelson says, but should I trade for him when I can get younger Stroud? I would take younger Stroud, but yeah. 4K on my end, Scary says. Wait, are you guys serious? Is it streaming in 4K? I didn't even think I put that as an option.
I mean, we shouldn't be streaming in 4K because we unless you have your camera on for I don't know, maybe we can stream in 4K.
I didn't even put the output of the stream, like 4K
Yeah,
capability.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think we were able to stream in 4K.
Oh,
But maybe
okay,
it's just a joke.
they're just joking.
Yeah, okay.
You got me. You got me.
I was gonna say,
That's
I don't
awesome.
think so.
Okay, cool. Because some people were like, "Hey, like for whatever reason, when I look at your stream, it starts in 144, but it looks like a lot of the people are saying that it was starting in 720."
It's
Chris
720,
says he got 144. That's unfortunate. I feel like you guys are in my living room. Oh my goodness.
No,
All
that's
right,
good. That's what you
guys.
want. That's what we want.
Tyler says, "What's up, boys? Recently found you guys, and I'm loving the daily content. Appreciate that,
Man.
Tyler. Thanks
Huge
for
love,
hanging in.
brother.
Expect us to say something stupid and something that you disagree with at some point. Just gonna
Oh, yeah.
forewarn you because it happens. But we love the community. We love hanging out with you guys. We are doing a 2023 Dynasty Startup mock draft, and we have a like goal today of 100 likes. So if we hit that like goal, we get 100 likes."
Honey.
Then we're going to go ahead and pop off a second mock draft for you guys at the end of today's stream. Whole new group of people. But for
right,
this
baby.
first mock draft, Badake, how can people join the first mock draft?
Yeah, so if you want to join this mock draft, all you have to do is join our Discord. Link in the description or it's link in the chat as well. Join our Discord. Go to Fantasyland tab that has the orange footballs next to it. Go to content releases. That's exactly where I'll be posting the link. It is first come, first serve. And yeah, we go live Monday through Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So once again, join our Discord, Fantasyland with the orange footballs, content releases, and that's exactly where I'll be posting the link. You see that I posted the link to this live stream there as well. So yeah, come through, hang, is all support, all love.
My tea is really hot.
It's all about tea, Zach.
That tea was not ready to consume. It was
all about warm
still
liquids.
on fire. I just burnt my tongue.
Warm liquids.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and do the damn thing?
You need to join the. You need to join the. You know what I mean, man.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I will. I don't know exactly where I should mock. Someone tell me where they want me to mock. I'm relying on you guys. Tell me where you want me to mock from. And just while we're doing that, as always, you guys probably know this by now, but if you want our rankings, our bonus content, our exclusives, eventually we're going to have people, supporter-only live streams, only through flockfantasy.com. If you want all that and more, use our code LAND, L-A-N-D, when signing up to flockfantasy.com. That's going to get you 30% off. And you're also going to get what I believe is the best product you can get right now for Dynasty and Fantasy Football out there on the internet. Compliments of us, Flock, Stock Exchange, and in-game. Okay, I see a lot of 103, 101, 110, 3, 2, 12, 3. All right, the most I saw was 3, so I guess I'll take the 3 spot here. All right, let's go ahead and invite other people and let's get this thing going.
One, two.
By the way,
Yeah, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, everyone. Kyle, everyone's sending me. No one that has a top 5 pick, even a top 6 pick, wants to send me that for Chase. Everyone that wants Chase wants to give me 108 and lower, which no point. Anyways, continue. What are you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say that we're using the same mock draft for landing spots as yesterday.
From yesterday.
So we're not gonna go through them, but it's in the chat, it's in the description if you want to look at those landing spots.
Yeah. All right, I'll send this link out. Once again, join our Discord, go to Fantasyland tab, then content releases. That's exactly where I'll be posting the link. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Might have some time here because there's not that many people on the live stream today, which is okay. You know, I think a lot of people are away, by the way. You know, it's Good Friday, Easter's next week. A lot of people take the week off, kind of. You know, but actually, we're in. That was quick.
That was quick, yeah.
That was quick, but yeah.
All right, 2023 Dynasty Superflex Startup Mock Draft, PPR, not tight end premium, and we're using landing spots for the rookies on ESPN's latest mock draft. I believe it's from Jordan Reed, which is in the description. So let's get this thing popping. Roxanne, you don't have to stay, love. Patrick Mahomes 101. Easter vibes. Easter
vibes.
What movie is that from? One of the guys like Easters. I can't remember where that's from. Okay, so I am on the clock here, and no need to make this any longer than it needs to be. Welcome to the squad, Joe Burrow. Style says San Diego sports took another L yesterday, paying Aztecs forever. Hey, just the fact that San Diego State made it to the national championship, though. I mean, that's a lot, and I feel like that will help recruiting as well. That's sucks that you guys lost. I feel you, but don't worry, good things still ahead. I feel like every mock has JSN to the Titans recently. Joseph says, okay. Where did JSN go here? I think he went to the Texans in this latest one.
Yeah, I think he went to the Texans here.
We have heard a lot of rumors about the Texans moving up, which Joseph, I'm sure you've heard those as well, moving up to 3 for a quarterback, which would be interesting because you'd assume that would be for Anthony Richardson. But you have Malik Willis on the roster. You're just giving up on Malik Willis, which I think we saw enough, but it's such a small sample size, you know?
Yeah. Put him on the roster. I think Titans kind of, as we get closer and closer to the draft, you were saying, they could be a team that can move up and get a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, as we get closer and closer to the draft, you're hearing a lot more of the Titans as well. I mean, now we're hearing rumors about Mac Jones kind of being shopped around. Is this a team that wants to trade up? So I'm interested to see what the Titans and the Patriots do.
Yeah. Appreciate you, the Hoodie King. You're the goats of fantasy football. Appreciate you, man. Can't take that. I can't say goats. We want to be the goats at the end of it, but not yet. We're not the goats yet.
Yeah, Style and Drew. I was watching it.
Same.
As I was getting ready, I didn't get up, but I came onto the computer probably 10-15 minutes before the live stream, and that was the first thing I put on just to have in the background. And yeah, them passing on CJ is pretty wild.
Oh, you're talking about Lance Zierlein's mock? I haven't seen it yet, so don't spoil it. Maybe I'll just bring it up right now, actually.
Okay, I'm going to try late QB strat here. We'll go Bijan.
Okay, Bijan at the 111.
I'll see what quarterbacks I can get.
Oh, wow. This is Joseph says it's anarchy. You're not wrong. This is anarchy.
It's pretty wild because
how did A-Rich fall that far?
It's pretty wild.
Wow. I mean, Yeah, this is weird.
You know what?
Cedric Tillman's a first round pick. Like,
Yeah.
respectfully, in what world?
Respectfully.
In what world is Cedric Tillman a first round pick? If
In his
Christian
world.
Watson and George Pickens weren't first round picks last year, why is Cedric Tillman a first round pick? And by the way, Quentin Johnson and Cedric Tillman went like 4 picks beside each other.
Where did Quentin go? I didn't get that far. I literally just saw the first 3 picks.
Cowboys.
First 4 picks. Okay.
This is Lance Zerline's mock. We're not using it today, but just so people can see it.
Boys.
You can see that. So at the top, Bryce Young goes to the Panthers. Then the Texans go Tyree Wilson. They don't go quarterback. CJ Stroud goes to the Ravens. They somehow traded all the way up with the Colts. Like, respectfully, do you know how much they'd have to give up to do that? I guess they did it. Or maybe this is Lamar Jackson. My bad. So this is the Lamar Jackson trade. That makes more sense.
The
Okay.
Colts get Lamar Jackson. Yeah, that would make sense.
Levis to the Texans. Okay, if that's their guy. Anthony Richardson falls to 14. Like, that's just not happening. I'm sorry, that's just not happening. Yeah, it's interesting. Again, Cedric Tillman isn't a first round pick, but in my mind. Styles says he was looking for violence. Yeah.
You know what's funny? Ellen, I was telling Ellen about something on us reacting to something during a live stream once, and Ellen's like, "Oh, you should do that. Like, you should continue doing that." And I was like, "Well," she was like, "You should do that to like other people's videos and like react to other fantasy football people." And I was like, "Well, that's like a gray area because like then we're just shitting on all their takes,
Yeah,
and saying like they're bad analysts." And I was like, "Well, there's a guy out there on Twitter that kind of does that called Fantasy Receipts." And basically he just does that on Twitter. I was like,
I think that account's dead.
Yeah, I know.
I think they faked a lawsuit or something to stay relevant.
They faked a lawsuit?
Yeah, they like made this
did not know
rumor up that I don't even know. Like, I'm so not deep into the Twitter world. I'm trying to get better at it, but like, you know, there's obviously people on Twitter who cover fantasy that you and I just don't know because we don't really care to use Twitter as like a resource as much as others, even though I'm trying. But apparently, yeah, they said someone sued them, and then they were like, didn't directly say it, but they like led little breadcrumbs. Anyway, I think they were trying to get a reaction.
Yeah, probably. But I was just like, well, we don't want to just shit on fantasy people.
Yeah.
So it's funny
though. Apparently Hendon Hooker, hardly know her, is killing the interview process. Yeah. I mean, the report came out today that Washington has a top 30 visit with Hendon Hooker. Really don't want us to take Hendon Hooker at the 16th overall pick, but we've done stupider things in the past, so I wouldn't put it past us. Okay, Jonathan Taylor goes off the board. And, you know, I feel like this board has fallen in a really strange, like, peculiar way today. I felt like everyone from like the 2-3 to the 2-7 was just gifted with like an incredible quarterback 2 option. I think this is where I would probably go Breece Hall. Welcome to the squad, Breece Lightning. G Money says, I think Hooker will be a day 2 guy. I see it.
It's getting more and more to where Hooker, and you know, the teams know more than we know. You know, Hooker's giving them a timeline of that ACL, and their team doctors is doing their research and their due diligence on, you know, his injury and what they believe his timeline is going to be. So if they draft Hooker and they believe he can try and compete for a starting job week 1, I think a team will take a chance on him if they're a team that needs a quarterback, right? Like if they're a team that wants to have Hooker compete with somebody. So it is going to be really exciting to see him.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Hey, Jasmine, I feel you. Like Hendon Hooker in college was great. Like he looked great. I mean, if you guys were with us in the offseason on this channel, we were talking about college football and, You know, I was screaming his name a lot. But I think the reality is in Tennessee, though, that they don't set quarterbacks up for wins in the NFL. Like, this is not anywhere near what an NFL offense would look like. A lot of, like, double stacks, free releases for their wide receivers. That's just not what an NFL offense will look like. And I have some concerns as well, just about, like, not only recovering from an ACL, right, but also learning everything brand new. Peyton Manning, I mean, that was like decades and decades ago. It was a different system. You guys have to understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying Tennessee doesn't produce NFL quarterbacks. I'm saying the system Hendon Hooker was in is nowhere near what an NFL offense looks like.
Yeah, it's not a friendly NFL offense. Or
it's like you're learning everything all over, and you're rehabbing from a major injury.
It's not. You can't easily transition from Tennessee's offense to an NFL offense.
No.
That's basically
the current
what Zach's
offense.
saying. Yeah. So.
Okay, JSN off the board. No quarterback I want here. Yeah, I think we got to keep rocking with some positional value. Who is my next best wide receiver? I mean, I could double stack on running backs and go Travie, but
yeah, you could do that.
I probably won't. Garrett Wilson's gone? Yeah, he went
Garrett
for
Wilson
212. All right, let's take his Ohio State brother Chris Olave. Welcome to the squad.
Okay.
Double L, I didn't say he has no idea what an NFL offense looks like. Anyone can study an NFL offense right now. I'm saying he wasn't implemented into an NFL offense in Tennessee. On that topic, would you guys agree Peyton is the greatest number 1 overall pick of all time?
No, the other brother, Eli Manning, 2-time Super Bowl champion. That guy. That's the better Manning. Somebody brought him up. Someone said Manning. I said, what, Eli? That's what I heard.
We couldn't even, you know, we're not even through the third round and we're talking about Eli Manning somehow.
I mean, somebody brought it up.
No one brought up Eli Manning.
No, someone brought up Manning. So, hey.
Number 1, the best number 1 pick of all time. You know, I would need to look at all the number 1 picks in history before I say yes. Every first overall pick in the NFL draft history. Because, yeah, there's a lot of busts at number 1 overall. No doubt.
I guess maybe the question is, who is the best number 1 overall quarterback picked?
Well, I think, like, his question was the number 1 pick, but...
Because there's so many. Like, the thing is, like, we can say, defensive players, you know.
Sure, I mean, I'm looking at it right now. Bo Jackson was the first overall pick in 86, but just a different player, so you probably put Peyton Manning, what he, like, overall, he probably would have more respect long-term. Or just be like a more valuable player. Yeah, it probably is Peyton Manning, honestly. I mean, someone said Aikman, maybe. But I don't know. I would take Peyton over Aikman. Slider says, a sleeper no one is talking about is Senior Bowl All-Star Hingle McCringleberry. No, I'm not falling for it.
Isn't that the dude from
Stop. I'm not falling for it.
No. Keenan Peele? Isn't that him?
I'm pretty
Keenan
sure, yeah.
Peele? So funny.
Yeah.
Hingle, and like I'm pretty sure he's like the one that has like the goatee, little mustache. He's like Hingle McCringleberry.
That's him right there.
yeah, you see?
Why is no one talking about this guy? What was the name last year that people were making up and just like putting around Twitter? Remember that?
I forgot his name. Yes, I forgot his name. Dang. And they were saying he was a running back.
Yeah.
Dang.
I
What
can't
was his
remember, but
name?
it was flowing on the Twitter sphere.
Everyone was like, bro, if you guys haven't seen this guy, you need to go check him out. And that's what everyone on Twitter was trolling it.
And I
Um,
think they try to use it as like clickbait. Like,
yeah.
is it? Oh, if anyone's gonna talk about this guy seriously, like, oh yeah, I've heard about that guy. Oh yeah, I've heard about that guy. You know, it's like, no, you haven't.
Yeah.
Chad Powers.
Chad Powers. Chad Powers.
Dude, I tried to name my dog before we decided on Bean, like R.I.P. Kobe. Before we, thanks MP for joining the YouTube membership, brother. Appreciate
Huge love,
you.
brother. Come on, what's for lunch, baby?
But before we named our dog Bean, I was trying so hard to name him Chad Powers just because I thought it would be like the funniest name for a dog. I just thought that would be so funny. Like a little, blonde wiener dog, miniature wiener dog. It's his name. Like, just imagine like going up to people and being like, what's your dog's name? Chad Powers. I just think that's badass, but anyway. Bobby Boucher. Gatorade. H2O. Oh my god, I tried to watch that movie the other day, and I was like, this is actually so dumb, but that's why it's funny. Saquon Barkley, Travis Etienne. So Etienne goes after Barkley. That's a little bit of a surprise. Amon-Ra St. Brown, T. Higgins, CMC, Kyle Pitts, DK Metcalf, Danny Dimes at the 311. On T. Higgins, reports keep coming out, and I keep, staying strong on this stance that the Bengals are not going to move T. Higgins. At least, definitely not this offseason. And I think he's a part of their future plans, personally. I just think, they know how important T. Higgins is to their offense. I think they would sacrifice elsewhere to keep T, Jamar, and Burrow, that core together. I think that's their most important core offensively. And I think they'll sacrifice elsewhere to get that done. And all the reports that are coming out are that, hey, we're not moving them. People keep asking him, we're not moving them. What's that thing Nick Saban said? It's not happening, so stop asking me or whatever. That's the Bengals vibes right now. MP says, baby goat life. Welcome to the squad. What are you thinking here? Team 12 is just going all wide receivers. Just wide receiver you.
He is going all wide receivers. And I just said I recently moved this guy above Say. I already have my RB1. Let me get my RB2 going to Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
Jahmyr Gibbs. So trying to do a little late round quarterback strategy here. Get my wide receiver 1. Get some quarterbacks. Kind of switching it up. Having some fun here today. I'm liking it, though.
Drake London at the 4-3.
Another 4-3.
Has anyone trade for or sent Brees? What did it look like? Bryce is asking. Anyone in the chat, let him know. So we see Drake London, Jameson Williams, Tyreek Hill off the board. Go ahead, Ty.
No, so I think we've seen a couple people in the community.
Yeah, we have. I just can't remember off the top of my head,
Yeah. I don't remember off the top of my head either, but I remember just seeing a bunch. I'm pretty sure we've even seen some in our trade videos.
Yeah. But hey guys, if you want to see a second mock draft today, our like goal for the stream is 100. Do us a favor, go and hit that like button if you have yet to do so. Just a simple way to support the show, to help us grow.
Yep.
And all the players that typically get out of the 4th round that I like to draft are now being drafted consistently in the 4th round, which is making it difficult.
And maybe that is just a representation of what's going to be happening soon.
Maybe. Could be.
Once again, after the NFL draft, I think we're going to have a true understanding of where players...
Yeah, of course.
And I think where players are going to go and where we're going to feel a lot more comfortable taking some of these players. I feel like the only person that we feel comfortable with right now are Bijan, the quarterbacks, and JSN. Right? Everyone else is could either rise or fall significantly. If Gibbs goes in 3rd, we question. If Gibbs goes to a bad team, we question. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, so Kelsey goes at the 4.8. Will Levis at the 4.9. I thought he might go pretty early. Went to the Raiders at 7.
Will Levis, man. Let's see.
Okay. What do you mean? You know, I'm really happy to take whoever falls after this pick. There's a lot of players I could draft here. Oh, I mean, I'm far out. There's actually a lot of players that you could draft here. We're not gonna overthink it too much here. We're gonna grab a little Jerry Jeudy here.
Give it to Jerry, baby.
4.10. We're gonna grab a little Jerry. I'm really excited about seeing Jerry with Sean Payton's offense. And also, I keep saying this, and I know you agree, but no one is talking about Jerry Jeudy's end of the season.
No.
Like, no one is talking about it. Like, they finally figured something out, and he was the piece that they figured it out around, and he looked incredible, finally kind of reaching his potential. That was kind of like he was injured a little bit to end the season. It was from week 13 onwards. He was really good. Like, you could have started him pretty much every week. In fact, I wonder what he finished at from week 13 onwards.
I think he was like a top 20, top 15 wide receiver.
Let me find out for you guys. I can tell you exactly what he finished from weeks 13 to 18.
He was
Remember, he was injured from week 11 to 12.
Yeah, he was wide receiver 6 from weeks 13 to 18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which is wild. And I think we also had to remember, pretty sure that's when Nathaniel Hackett got the boot. I think around week 13 or 14 or something like that.
I think it might have been even later, but yeah.
And that's where you kind of saw this offense really open up, where you saw Russ and everyone kind of taking these chances. I guess they had nothing to lose at the time, right? But
I think it was a Rams game when they... I think that was week 16, to be honest. Yeah. But still.
Yeah, I'm really excited for for Jerry Jeudy.
Only 23 years old, be 24 soon. I mean...
Bring him home, man. Bring him home. Come to New York, Jerry.
Yeah.
Big City Lights, baby. The Big Apple, huh?
I
know, Colorado. Besides the slopes, apparently.
Y'all can't stop me,
huh? Huh?
So Jahan Dotson goes off the board. Definitely someone I was going to target here at the 5.3.
Yeah, good pick.
But who gonna stop me, huh?
How far he was gonna fall? How far he was gonna fall? Hangle McCrinkleberry.
Jasmine, yes, anytime someone donates, what we always say, guys, is we're going to try our best to keep up with you guys in the chat while still making sure that we talk about the content that we're streaming. But anytime someone puts a super chat out, straight away we'll get to that. But we do apologize if we're not getting to every question. We try our best. Try our absolute best. Is Jerry going to get traded? I mean, Kyle, Sean Payton has openly stated that they're not moving either.
Yeah.
He said, I remember at the team meetings, he was like, why would we do that? He was like, we want to be a better team. You know, like, we don't want to be worse. We want to keep the players that are good. So he's like, I would be shocked if he goes back on his word there.
I would agree.
Okay, so lots of options available to me on the board right now. And I talked about this in yesterday's rookie mock. You and I might have seen it a little bit differently, and that's okay. It's not the first time we've seen something differently. But Quentin Johnson going to the Baltimore Ravens, to me, it doesn't matter what wide receiver it is. Like, that is worst case scenario in my mind. It's just worst case scenario. I just don't want one of my wide receivers going there. I have fallen in love with prospects before, and then they've been destroyed by the Ravens system. Shout out Rashad Bateman. I'm going to take Jordan Addison here at the 5.3. He goes to the Minnesota Vikings. And could you imagine defenses trying to stop this duo? And this is kind of exactly what we envisioned for Jordan Addison. I mean, we haven't talked about it in a long time, but to me, Addison is like your perfect elite 2. He's not an elite 1 in the NFL, but he is like your perfect elite 2 wide receiver. He's not as good of a prospect as Devonta Smith was, no doubt, but I think he can play a similar role for a team where he can shine in certain games. Last year, you saw Justin Jefferson towards the end of the season. NFL teams, like, they were just like, you're going to have to beat us somewhere else. You will have to beat us somewhere else. We're going to put cover over the top. We're going to double him. Like, he will be our focal point. And I think that after losing Adam Thielen, this team needs to address wide receiver 2. And I think that Jordan Addison can be the answer for them there. Again, not as good of a prospect as Devonta Smith, but I think he can be that, like, elite, secondary option that at times can be one. You can say Devonta Smith. RJ makes a good point. You can say, like, Chris Godwin, what he can mean to an offense. So I'll take Addison there at the 5-3. I really like the Vikings as a landing spot for him. I think it's the perfect match.
Yeah. I like the Vikings for Jordan Addison. There goes Josh Jacobs. That would be brutal for my Osborne shares. Yeah, just unlucky.
Yeah,
if that does happen.
Yeah, Osborne's been a fun player. Just it just feels like they're gonna address wide receiver 2, man. After losing Thielen, I could be very wrong. Okay, so Pickens goes. I was considering George. Josh Jacobs goes. Brandon Ayuk goes. Russell Wilson off the board. And now Chad O'Boy. Drafts Najee Harris at the 5-9. Kevin Kubb goes Trey Lance at the 5-10. Let's talk about it. Just for a second, I don't want this to turn into like an exclusively like Trey Lance stream. Let me ask you this question, Badake. And I'll ask the chat the same question. When does Trey Lance, at what point in the draft does the risk become worth the potential reward? What round, what pick does that become worth it for you?
I would say 7th round, 7th to 8th round, depending on the build. Does he fall to the 7th or 8th round? I don't think so. Like, I think people like Kevin, that sounds rude, but like players that are building like Kevin that maybe have a rookie quarterback like a Stroud or a Will, maybe take the chance on a Trey Lance. I'm gonna take Quinton here. Maybe take a chance on a Trey Lance in hoping that, hey, you know what, maybe I can get 3 quarterbacks. But for me, I feel more comfortable taking him at like the 7th round. Fuck me.
I mean, that's just not reading the board at all, though. He doesn't have any quarterbacks.
I understand. I honestly thought he would go Jared Goff or Geno, but
thanks for the super chat, Jasmine.
Yeah, I just wasn't expecting him to take Jared Goff because he was the last one in the ADP. So I was like, oh, maybe he'll go Derek Carr or Geno.
You gotta admit, like, yeah, gotta read the board there.
No,
like
I
no
knew
quarterbacks on the team.
I knew. I said I knew what was happening. I just didn't think he would go Jared Goff specifically. I thought he would go with Geno or Derek Carr.
Right.
I expected Kenny. I was like, okay, he's probably going to take Kenny and another quarterback. Just wasn't expecting Jared Goff.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's why I'm still okay having a chance on taking somebody here.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm going to have to take the opportunity with the quarterback now. Like, do I? Actually, no, I don't have to. But
he doesn't have to, guys. He does not have to. Jasmine, thank you so much for the super chat. 10-team, 1 quarterback, traded the 2-5 and 2-6 for Dotson.
Love it.
Could you guys check your projected 2-5 and 2-6 players in a 10-team, 1 quarterback and tell me if you would? Okay, like before even checking, I'm telling you now that deal is a no-brainer. Like, Jahan Dotson is by far the better deal there. But let me double check my rankings here and just see.
That is the 20th player in the 205. So in a 10-man,
no, 10-man though.
15 projected player. So this is a 1 quarterback 10-man league. So you are getting the quarterbacks in that range, right? You're getting the Anthony Richardson.
So that would be the 15th and 16th player.
Yeah.
So for me, that would be as of now, and of course, like, we have to wait for draft capital, right? But that would be like Sean Tucker, Rashee Rice, maybe Rashawn Johnson, Dalton Kincaid area.
In a one quarterback league.
In a 1 quarterback league, 10 team. Yeah.
Okay.
I would still go Jahan Dotson there, though.
Yeah, I would go Jahan Dotson as well. So I mean, in a 12-man league, I paid for the 112. I paid the 112 for Jahan Dotson. I sent like a random fourth. So I think it's a really good trade. Kyle said, Badake, if you say 7th or 8th round, then you don't have to take Purdy around there too. You're saying I do have to take Purdy. I would say if I'm going Trey Lance in the 7th or 8th round, I'm probably doing like a back-to-back swing.
Yeah, you have to.
Like,
otherwise,
I feel like
just have anxiety all off season.
You can't risk it to the point where you take Trey Lance. Like, if you're in the middle of the board right now at the 7-7 and you take a Trey Lance, you are sweating bricks for your next pick. But if I'm on the edge, I'm okay. I'm maybe thinking about, okay, maybe I'll take a chance on a Trey Lance and see if I can get Trey Lance and a Brock Purdy. I think the edges feel a lot safer than trying to risk it with Trey in the middle. Unless you are okay getting your QB1 and QB2 like Ryan or Jenner, and then just taking a fly on Trey Lance if he does fall there, and then use him as trade bait.
Or
if he does get the starting job.
You can wait until the 13th round and get the starting quarterback in Sam Darnold.
And Sam Darnold.
I'm just kidding. I mean, honestly, who the hell knows? I'll be honest with you, dude. I don't even think Kyle Shanahan himself knows.
If Kyle Shanahan,
I don't think he knows right now.
But it would just be absurd if Kyle Shanahan comes up and says, "Okay, Brock's not ready, but I spent 3 first rounds to get Trey. But hey, Sam, you ready? You ready to play week 1?"
Sam Darnold is like the more. If you're looking at building an offense around Purdy, Darnold is the one that makes more sense. You don't build the same offense around Trey that you build around Purdy, in my opinion. I'm going to take Geno Smith here at the 6'10". A little bit early, but wanted to secure that QB2. No worries, Jasmine.
Yep.
Style, honestly, though, like I want to send out 4th round picks in my leagues for Sam Darnold. Or pick them up off the waiver if your benches are small. I want to have him on my team. It's not crazy to say that they could enter the year with 3 quarterbacks, and it's not crazy to say that like they could trade Trey Lance, and maybe that's why Sam Darnold's in the building, because it makes sense to build an offense around Darnold, because that makes more sense to transfer that to a Brock Purdy when Purdy's ready. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just speaking out loud. Damn it, Jordan Love. That's who I really should have taken.
That's why I was going to take at the 7-11, but there you go. That's what happens.
I agree, Kyle. I want them to trade Lance desperately. And honestly, I'm at the point where, like, what's the footballer's name?
Mike, right?
Mike? I feel like
Andy Holloway.
I haven't listened to them so long, and I heard that they were starting a Dynasty channel, which is awesome. Like, that's just great for the Dynasty community to grow. And he was... If I remember properly, it's hard to keep up with some of your favorite content creators when you're a content creator yourself, you know. I haven't watched them in so long. Love their work, love what they do. And then I was watching, like, I was going to the dentist the other day. I just put on one of their podcasts, and he was saying, like, at this point, because he was a Trey Lance truther like myself last year. He's like, at this point, I just want to know if Trey Lance is a good, like, if he can be good or if he's a bust. And like, we don't have the answer. That's what he was saying. Like, and I agree. We don't have the answer. And I just want to know, like, I just want to know if he's a bust or if he has potential, you know? Because I truly don't think we have the answer on that, honestly.
No, we don't. And that's the hard part as the Trey Lance owner.
Yeah, I am gonna far out. This is kind of gross. Hey,
King, yeah, they are.
Is it crazy for me to go Purdy here?
You do you, man.
I'm gonna grab Purdy. And this is a side effect of not getting a second quarterback in the second round. You're kind of forced to to make decisions about your team and put yourself in a better position. Honestly, I don't know what else the 49ers need to say to tell us that Brock Purdy is a starter. And as someone who's a Trey Lance truther in the past, and I still love him, I want to see what he has. They've said literally nothing to say that Trey Lance is their guy. And if Trey Lance isn't, it's Purdy. And I'm just trying to come to grips with that, you know? This is, I mean, keep in mind, guys, Brock Purdy was like, what, 7-1 as a starter?
That's a good pick.
Isn't that right? If I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
7-1 as a starter.
6-1 maybe, I don't know.
It was either 7-1 or 6-1. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the only loss was because he was injured in the playoffs. They went on a little streak. But let me just do some quick maths because, again, like, what I'm worried about is not even so much them committing to Purdy. It's that they're so uncommitted to Trey. They're like so obviously saying he's probably not our guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, so he played 9 games, right?
But how do they not know that? I mean, that's just another argument. It's a continued argument. How do they not know that Trey's not their guy? Because how good Brock Purdy did?
Because you have Brock Purdy on an even cheaper contract than him on a rookie deal, and there's no reason as to why Brock Purdy can't help you win when he goes 6-1 or 7-1.
Yeah.
Like, you wanted to get younger at the position. And like you wouldn't find someone last year who was like less of a Brock Purdy fan than myself, but I'm just trying to read the writing on the wall right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be upset as a 49ers owner. I'll be upset as like the GM that like we all came in, even as a head coach, we all came in, agreed on Trey, willing to trade up for him, and you still don't know what's happening. And the fact that I think it would be dumb. I think I see both perspectives. I think it's dumb.
Thanks for the sub, Wahaj.
Thank you. Dumb if you don't start Trey not to know what you have, and it's also dumb not to start Purdy because of how great he played. So
and
you're effed as a.
That's the thing. I was saying that all offseason. I was like running that argument into the ground. You're so dumb if you don't start him and see what you have. But again, cost sunk fallacy. Like that, I think that is the issue right now with Trey Lance and specifically the 49ers situation. They have had every single chance to say that he's their guy. They've never done that, really. Like, they've never had like his back. They've never supported him. And now when Brock Purdy has a serious injury, they're saying he's their guy. You know, it's like, is one your side piece and one you're loyal to? Like, tell me how you really feel.
One's your side piece? What's that? Hey, yo, you free? 3 o'clock in the morning, you free? What are you doing? You awake? Nah, you send a you awake text? That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yo, you awake? Come through.
Wahaj says, you pronounced my name right. Kudos. At this point, why are we still holding out hope for Lance? If San Fran can spend that much draft capital and still move off of him for a guy that just had Tommy Johns.
I'll take
That's what I'm asking about. And honestly, we researched this meaning not too long ago, in case anyone wasn't on the stream with us. Sunk cost fallacy. I think this is what's happening right now with Trey Lance and the Dynasty community. The phenomenon whereby a person is reluctant to abandon a strategy or course of action because they have invested heavily in it, even when it is clear that abandonment would be more beneficial. But they spent 3 first-round picks on him. Yeah, they did 2 years ago, and they almost won the Super Bowl with a guy that they spent a 7th-round pick on. You know, like, and people are probably hearing me, Badake, and they're like, "This guy's a Trey Lance hater." Which is so funny because you wouldn't have found a bigger Trey Lance truther outside of me last year on YouTube, you know? You just got to read the writing on the wall, honestly.
Yeah.
Let me ask the chat this. What percentage chance do you think that Brock Purdy is the starting quarterback for the 49ers? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. What percentage chance?
What percentage chance? Tell Lance. I'm with you. I'm with you, Scary. I put both perspective. You can see that in my sell high video or trade away video. Said it's trade away lands. 99%, 100%, 30%, 40%.
I mean, Brendan, how can we say that they had that? What chance they had in that game, man? How could we say that without Brock being healthy? You know, like genuinely, I don't know how we could say that.
And we also have to remember. So like, was it
He threw 4 pass attempts and all were completed in that game versus Philly, and then he was injured.
Yeah,
4 pass attempts. Like, how can we really say that?
It's tough. It's tough to not know what it could have been with Purdy.
Yeah.
And I think that's what sucks for the 49ers. If Brock Purdy would have played that whole game and still lost, they would have been like, Brock Purdy's our starter next year, week 1. And that would have been an easier decision to make.
I think that's what I'm saying. Like, the writing is on the wall. Like, that guy to your right is just commented. Didn't they owner already say that Brock has earned the starting role? I think you're talking about John Lynch, the GM. And he's like literally come out and been like, yeah, Purdy's pretty much the guy in the room. You know, like, I don't know. I think ideal scenario for the Niners is that they trade Trey Lance, maybe get a 2nd or 3rd round pick, which at this point, like, if he's not your guy and you know for sure that you don't want to build around him, if you hold him and put him on your bench the entire year, his value won't go up.
I think they should do the opposite.
And I hear you. They could keep him, no doubt. Like, they could absolutely keep him, but his value is just going to keep going down if you keep him on the bench.
Yeah, and I think that's why you should sell Brock at the high point now.
You want them to sell Brock Purdy?
I think they should sell Brock Purdy because, I mean, if you think about it in a fantasy world perspective, real life world perspective, you got Brock in the 7th. You can get a 2nd round pick. But that's 2nd and 3rd round pick for Brock, and then you keep Trey and you still build on him because he hasn't played more than 1 game of football. He really, honestly, he hasn't played a game of football in the NFL outside the monsoon game, which was unrealistic. So Trey Lance in his career has not played a real NFL game that meant something. I think he did play. I think his rookie year 1 game right at the end of the year. I could be wrong.
No, he did not.
He has not played in a real NFL game in his career. And Brock Purdy, could be your guy, but I just think you have to go with how much you invested in. In my perspective,
it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. Like, it truly doesn't matter how much you invested anymore, and that's the problem. Like, guess what? Trey Lance they spent 3 first-round picks for him. What is he worth now? That's what I'm asking. What is he worth now?
What is he worth now? He's worth less than Brock Purdy. That's what I would say. I would say Brock Purdy, the market right now, is worth more than Trey Lance.
Yeah, but again, I don't know. I'm at the 8-10 here.
Sam, thank you so much, man. We'll get to your super chat in a second after this.
Yeah, thank you so much for Sam you kind of got caught in the
Trey Lance crossfire.
Yeah.
It's a classic one from us, though.
I mean, lots of good running backs on the board here. I'm going to grab Dameon Pierce here at the 8-10. I can't believe it. I'm drafting Dameon Pierce at the 8-10.
Talk it up. Come on, baby.
Sam says, thank you so much for the super chat, man. That's very, very kind of you. What would you sell Purdy for to the owner who has Trey Lance, his current quarterback, too? He has guys like Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, and Bateman. I can move up from the 105 or 107 and get the 103 in this deal. Keep Trade Cut says it's possible. Well, Keep Trade Cut, as we always say, great free resource, great free tool. It's a good starting point. At the end of the day, what's really going to matter is what that owner is asking for. You know, at the end of the day, like, what he is asking is where you're going to have to negotiate. Honestly, Badake, like, to me, it was like, if Bateman and Purdy seem like pretty even valued, you might be able to get more than just Bateman. But if you can use Purdy and the 107 to get to the 103, like, that's the ideal scenario. Like, that's beautiful. That's perfect. But
exactly.
But alternatively, like, if we're looking at the options that you put on the table here, I feel like Bateman and Brock Purdy are to me, they have very similar value within the Dynasty community. And, like, let's just be clear. I said it as soon as I took Purdy. This is too early, but I put myself in a bad position because I didn't get a quarterback that I wanted. I had to overcompensate. So anyway, And I think, like, at the end of the day, Badake, I think probably the best advice we could give is to just avoid the situation, which I didn't do here. I took a shot as my QB3. But, like, just avoid the situation. Avoid the unclear, like, who knows what would happen, you know?
I think, yeah, I would agree. It's so tough, but there's so many people that, like yourself, that invested in so much Trey stock. And that maybe they don't know what to do and they need to either get off or keep it. And we bring two different perspectives. Like, you're on the perspective of like you should keep it, and I'm on a perspective where I see the value in keeping it, but I think the value is a better return in selling now rather than later. That's on Brock Purdy and on Trey Lance.
I just don't think that, like, no one's giving you a first round pick, in my opinion, for either of those players. And I could be wrong. I just do not see that happening. And at that point, what are you getting, like a mid-second? Like, you're like Hendon Hooker or one of these guys. Like, at that point, it just doesn't make sense to sell. I just don't understand.
I would agree. Like, it's going to be difficult to trade Trey Lance away for a first. It's going to be really hard for somebody to do that. I think there's going to be a window. There's going to be a window where a report comes out, at least from how I'm feeling and how I project, the lead up.
Thanks for the super chat, WG. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, the way I project this lead up to the season coming is that there's going to be a window where Brock Purdy is not ready and Trey Lance is going to be able to play. That is your window to sell. That is your window to say, hey, I have Brock Purdy, you have Trey Lance, or I have Trey Lance, you have Brock Purdy. Let me give you Trey, and then let me get a first, whatever that I think it was projected from the 1.9 and less. I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm happy to take that chance for Trey Lance, right? And then I'm happy to take whoever it goes, Quinton, a Jordan Addison, a Charbonnet. It sounds crazy now. Like, it will sound crazy maybe in a year from now when Trey is the guy and we took that chance to trade him away. But that's the risk that we're doing in fantasy football. So
I hear
it's
you.
tough. I would agree with Bryce, by the way, that I would, if I can get, I don't know if I would say opposite. If it was Brock Purdy for the 202 in a super flex, I'll take the chance. But Trey, I think I need a first.
That's what I'm saying. No one's giving you a first for either of those guys. Like, in a super flex league, I just do not see that happening unless it's a 49ers fan and they love Trey Lance. Like, that's a very small clientele to sell to. I don't see it happening. Like, your well-tuned in Dynasty player is not giving a first round pick for one of those guys with the uncertainty. Of course, if I can get the 110, yeah, I'll do that deal, but it's not happening.
That's a good pick, Ryan. That's why I was going next, man.
Dallas Goedert at the 9-3, which I felt pretty good about him being there. Then Darrell Waller goes next. Mike Evans, Elijah Moore, David Montgomery, who I was going to draft, but Goddard just felt like too much value there. WG, thank you so much. MP, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Very kind of you. WG says, okay, I need help. 12-team Superflex. Superflex 12-team startup. My quarterbacks are Goff and Love. I have the 101. Offer on the table is 101 and Goff and 2 seconds for Trevor Lawrence and the 105. Okay, so he says correction 106 is the pick coming back. Honestly, as weird as it sounds, but the 105 and the 106 is a very important difference between those two picks. Like, the 106, you're like, here's the leftovers of what I didn't want. The 105 is like, you still get to choose. You still have choice.
I think you have more of a. Yeah, you do have more choice. I would agree.
Okay, offer on the table is 101 and Goff and 224 seconds for Trevor Lawrence and the 105. Trevor Lawrence clearly worth more than the 101. And the 105 clearly worth more than Goff in 2 seconds. To me, this is a no-brainer with the Trevor Lawrence side in Superflex.
I would agree. All right, trying to see where I should go.
T. Williams says, just got off one channel that said they wouldn't give up Trey Lance for Waddle or A.J. Brown, and now I come here and we're saying to sell him for the 110.
I'm glad I moved away.
But Aki, am I reading this wrong? Is anyone out there valuing Trey Lance with A.J. Brown and Jalen Waddle?
Bro, I mean, I don't think maybe that high personally, but I do believe there is people out there that will give up a late first for Trey Lance because they believe that he is on paper he is the superior talent over Brock Purdy, which is we would all agree there. They're believing in that, right? They're believing that his talent will outshine Brock Purdy. If there's somebody out there that's willing to do that, I'm happy to trade and take my shot. But I'm also happy to take a late first for Trey Lance right now. So
man, are people really debating AJ Brown, Waddle, and Trey Lance?
Especially and maybe that's where people value superflex significant and quarterbacks. Like I don't know. I gotta look at some. I have no idea what to do here. I'm going to panic pick because I was having a conversation. I'll take D-Hop. Zach over here looking at Zach sending some trades out right now.
I am.
I was like, I said as a joke. I was like, you better send some trades out for Waddle.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I feel like if I send Trey Lance away for Waddle or AJ Brown in my leagues, people are gonna it'll be a trade that people get angry about. They'll be like, "You really sent me this?" That's the vibes I feel like I would get back. You've really sent me this, bro? Like, you trying to take me for a ride? I feel like it would be disrespectful to people.
Yeah, man, that's why I think you can get it first. But maybe, I mean, should we ask what live stream or what place you came from? What video?
No need to shame anyone.
That's why I don't want to say. Not that I don't want to shame those creators. I want to know that community. Because maybe those creators don't believe that Trey Lance is that high, but their community does.
Kyle said, Zach, you said I don't want this to turn into a Trey Lance stream, and I quote. T. Williams says, I thought it was crazy too, just letting y'all know there are some people. Okay, fair. Good Times Bad Beat says, yes, there was a channel that wouldn't trade Trey Lance except for top 3 wide receivers if they aren't getting a quarterback back.
Yeah.
I just feel like, what world are we living in then? If that's the price, I don't know.
I just think they are holding on to the Trey Lance belief. I think those are the people that are saying, how can the San Francisco 49ers not start Trey Lance with how much they invested in it? Maybe they don't know that cost. I forgot the saying. Maybe they're not understanding or knowing that that can happen to a team. So
at this point, I know nothing. Genuinely. At this point, if that's the value, I know nothing. For real. If we're that wrong.
And I think maybe that's where they drafted him last year. I feel like AJ Brown wasn't going that high last year. Was he?
I don't know. Let's get to Dark's super chat here. Otherwise, we could talk about Trey Lance for 3 hours. And the last thing I want to say, Badake, which you know this and you can attest to this, literally there wasn't a bigger Trey Lance truther on YouTube last year than me. Was there? No. It was obnoxious how in I was on Trey Lance. But I feel like
a lot of arguments.
Yeah, you have to read the writing on the wall. You have to adjust to new information. Darth Dookie, thank you so much.
Dark Dookie. That's really.
I'm 3 years old.
That's how he wanted you to pronounce it, with the baby face image.
What a stream. 10 team. Looks like this is the starting lineup. Have 102. So it looks like it's a 1 quarterback because I don't see a super flex there. Have the 102, no 25 first. Burrow, Etienne, Akers, Chase, Olave, J-Mo, Sky. Should I draft JSN, Gibbs, or trade future capital? To me, the answer has always been JSN at the 102 in a 1 quarterback league. So I mean I'm still heavily behind that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that as well.
You know who's so impossible to value right now? Genuinely, Matthew Stafford. What the hell do you do with Matthew Stafford right now? Honestly. Because he could come back and have 2 or 3 years of very good play still. Or he could be done after this year.
I think it just, You're right, and I think it's depends. I don't think it's where Matthew Stafford lies. I think it's where the rest of the team lies. You know, like can that team compete? I think the offense is going to be able to compete, but can the defense? Can Matthew Stafford and Cooper Cup really like go swing for swing, blow for blow like they did, 2 years ago? I don't know if they can, but we'll see.
Zach's face when Lance is the girl in the backseat meme. Appreciate you, Jasmine. We're both great. We both hit and we both miss. Honestly, and that's a promise that we'll give to you guys. We're both going to hit and miss on takes for forever. No, you're good. You're good, T. Williams. You're good. Kyle says, wait, Badake, you're happy with Jason at the 102 in a non-super flex league. No QJ.
If I say Quentin Johnson, no one's going to listen to me because I'm the only Quentin Johnson believer here. So.
Doesn't matter. Plant your flag, man. That's what people respect, though. They respect if you plant your flag and you stay true to it.
I have to stay true to it. I'm saying I'm happy with Quentin Johnson as well. He said JSN or Gibbs, and I was like, I'm happy with JSN. That was the question.
Fair enough.
But everyone knows where I'm at.
Yeah. So Aaron Rodgers goes at the 10-11, then Rashawn Johnson.
Big old Roscoe. I saw a tweet that Tajay was meeting with the Texans, right? Was it the Texans?
I feel like everyone's meeting with everyone.
Everyone's meeting with everyone, but still, like, it's just I like when people meet up.
Yeah, link me, daddy.
Yeah?
Yeah? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's see.
Girls like girls where I'm from, yeah. Okay.
Shout out to Drake, huh?
Oh, love Drizzy. I need to make a video about this guy, but I'm kind of all in on Sky Moore at his price right now. Like, all the way in.
Get Sky, baby.
At his price right now. We should definitely make a video about it. Hey, guys, if you want to see a rookie mock draft right when this finishes, round 13, help us get to 100 likes. That's our like goal for today. If we get to 100, then we will pop off a new mock draft for you. So hit that like button if you have yet to do so. Easy way to support the show, and it's an easy way to see more content from us. WG Dynasty land motto, we're happy to. Yeah, always happy, happy.
Happy. It's funny.
Is Drizzy Drake the GOAT rapper? Michael B. Jordan thinks so. I don't think he's the GOAT rapper, but I will say maybe this is disrespectful, but like as a pop icon, I think he's up there in the S tier. Like if you say like GOAT rappers, you guys start talking like Biggie, like those guys I feel like are in that, because I wouldn't put Drake like as a rapper. Do you know what I mean? Like he's a good rapper, but I feel like he's more like
what is he?
Like a hip hop artist. Like there's a lot of pop in Drake. It's not like rap. Like Biggie was just straight rap.
That gangster shit,
Yeah.
560 State Street from Jay-Z, huh?
Wahaj says, how do you join a mock draft?
Well, how do you join a mock draft? Join our Discord, brother. Link in the description.
I'll put it in the chat too.
It's going to be in the chat. So for anyone that's here, that's new or watching later, or Wahad, for you, my man, go to our Discord. Join our Discord. Link in the description. Create an account if you don't have an account. You see Fantasyland tab that has little orange footballs on it. Go to content releases. That's exactly where I'll be posting the link for each and every mock draft. That's always where you're going to go for all mock drafts that we go live Monday through Thursday. So yeah, man, hopefully that helps, and hopefully you can get in for the next one.
Yeah. Drake only you freestyle goes hard. Yeah, agreed. MP says, boys just putting this out there, and then didn't say anything.
Sometimes you just got put out there, MP.
Just putting this out there, okay?
You just gotta put it out there, MP. Sam Howell, good pick here.
Yeah, Sam Howell's a great pick there. Yeah, players that are easy to argue for and against are like those are the players that like those are the risk reward guys. I feel like Sam Howell's there.
Yeah. Once again, another guy I can easily see rising. I feel like he's going way too late right now in a dynasty startup. If there's no other quarterback drafted and he is the day one starter, I think he's going where the Kirk Cousins go. You know, I think he goes in the 8-4.
Damn it.
I would say maybe right after I would say after Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins. Yeah, I'll feel comfortable there. You know, you go Sam Howell or Desmond Ridder. So you kind of pick your poison.
Should we talk about the Mac Jones rumors?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
Like I just think it's bullshit. I do not think that they have shopped him.
Okay.
And I just want to know how people feel about it. New England Patriots head coach / general manager Bill Belichick has shopped 2021 first round pick quarterback Mac Jones to multiple teams. The full list of potential destinations isn't known. Teams mentioned Raiders, Texans, Buccaneers, Commanders. Things aren't going well between Bill Belichick and Mac Jones. I just don't believe it. I don't believe that this is true.
Has anyone else reported that? I mean, I did see the reports, but I didn't really check the source.
I just don't believe it's true, you know? Like that does not sound like how Bill Belichick operates at all, whatsoever.
But
like think of a report that we've seen. Though. I hear you. But like think about a report that we've seen like this that's been true about the Patriots. He's never functioned this way.
Yeah, I mean, once again, in my
Thanks for the super chat, Michael.
Thank you. I think that's very skewed because of Tom Brady. It's so hard. This is the new Bill Belichick that we haven't seen without Tom Brady, without him understanding how successful he was going to be in that year, right? Like obviously there's times and years where Tom and Bill didn't go to the playoffs, maybe because it was an off year or whatever the case may be, but he knew what he had in TB12, where if there's a window to get a better quarterback in a like Lamar Jackson or Anthony Richardson or whatever the case may be, I think Bill's willing to take that chance. And I actually don't think that he was sold on Mac Jones. I wonder how far Mac Jones fell if they didn't take him, right? Because he fell to the 15th. He was a 15th pick, right? So like, not saying that he wasn't going to be a first round pick, but maybe they were just, hey, we couldn't move up, so let's just result in taking Mac here. And maybe that wasn't something that they loved.
I'm still in the camp of like, we make so many excuses for Justin Fields because he has had no one around him. I'm still in that same exact camp with Mac Jones. Like, what the hell has he had around him? Truly. Like, he has had one of the worst set of weapons in the NFL since he's entered the NFL. Like, truly. Like, there is nothing there. And we're saying, like, someone might comment and say, Jacoby Myers. If that's who you're bringing up, there is a damn problem.
Don't sleep on Jacoby, man. What you talking about? No, I'm joking. N'Keal Harry,
I feel like at the 12-10, I'll take a shot on Alvin Kamara here. At the 12-10, like, hell yeah, I'll take some Alvin there.
I think I would agree with you. Like, he hasn't had anyone, and I think that is a learning curve that Bill is also going through. Because Tom had multiple years where he had no one, made the playoffs, because it's Tom, right? Like, I think he's also learning that and understanding that about himself as a coach without Tom. So, I don't know. It's tough. That's how I'm seeing it. I think it's very skewed with the Tom Brady era. Bill Belichick is learning.
I'm so sorry. We didn't even answer Michael's question. Michael, I'm so sorry.
So sorry, bro.
I'm so sorry, dude. That is very rude of us. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's on us. Hey, boys. Currently in a 12-team Superflex tight end premium start 12, 1 quarterback, 1 Superflex, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 4 flexes. I took Mahomes at the 102, third round reversal. So what should I do at the 211 and the 311? I think the better question is who's available. You know, Michael, like, to me, if I'm on the board here, but like to me, I'm still trying to go quarterback, but it depends on what quarterbacks are going to be available there. Do you know what I mean? Like, Jamal Williams is still on the board. I got the entire Saints backfield. Let's go. But yeah, I feel like at the 211, like if a Dak Prescott's there, I mean, this sounds ridiculous, but I'm just putting out all scenarios, right? Because we have heard people, they have come onto our stream recently, Badake, and said, I got Kyler Murray in the 5th round in a Superflex startup, right? So like, I'm just going to throw out names. Like if Kyler's there, if Dak is there, if Watson's there, if Bryce or CJ Stroud are there, like it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer at the 211 to take those to draft those players. I don't think that will happen, but again, it's the bigger question is like who's available, you know?
I think, yeah, and it's tough. I'm just trying to find our 3rd round reversal because I do believe in a 3rd round reversal, quarterbacks tend to go significantly or earlier because that reversal there really messes up everything, right? Or they go positional players like quarterbacks or wide receivers or running backs significantly earlier because they want to guarantee those guys in the 3rd round reversal. And you have the end of that 3rd round reversal. Am I right there? Or you have the 211 and then the end of the reversal. So I think it all depends on who's going to be, like Zach said, available at the 211 that you're going to have to really understand what happens. I'm trying to find out 3rd round reversal right now.
Yeah. So look, like if one of those quarterbacks are there, it's a no-brainer. If they're not, I feel like at the 211, like you're very likely to get like a Ken Walker, a Breece Hall, a Jonathan Taylor, a Garrett Wilson. If Waddle falls, if AJ Brown falls, like don't force quarterback if there's an elite running back or wide receiver on the board there. And then at the 311. Just looking at like today's mock draft, the 311, if you miss out on quarterbacks initially at the 211, like let's say there's no Kyler, there's no Dak, there's no Watson, Bryce, or CJ, I feel like at the 311 would be a good time. That's kind of like that quarterback range for like your Daniel Jones, your Tua if he's there. Those would be the 2 names in particular. Anthony Richardson if he's there, but he's probably not going to fall that far. But again, like you don't want to force quarterbacks. So if no quarterbacks in that range are there, I feel like it's a great wide receiver range. Your Higgins, if at the 311, sometimes he falls. Metcalf, Devonta Smith, Drake London. I just get like your foundational positional players if the quarterbacks aren't there. That's what I would suggest. And then also at the 211. Let's like throw, because it's a tight end premium, let's throw like Kyle Pitts into the ring there at the 211. Like if there is no elite quarterbacks available and you're choosing between like Saquon Barkley and Kyle Pitts, like go Kyle Pitts in a tight end premium at the 211. I don't think that's crazy. So yeah, I hope that helps, and I'm sorry we didn't answer it straight away, Michael. Let us know in the chat if that is helpful for you.
Yeah. Huge love, man.
We did hit our like goal, Badake, of 100 likes. So shout out to everyone who helped us get there. And what we'll do now is we will do a rookie mock draft. And Badake, there might be some new people on today's stream. How can they get into this mock draft? Please don't join this second mock draft if you were already in the first one. But for those people, how can they get into this one?
Yeah, our Discord, guys, link in the description below and in the chat, as you can see already. Go to Fantasyland tab, what has the orange footballs. Go to content releases, and that's exactly where I'll be posting the link. Once again, join our Discord, Fantasyland tab with the orange footballs, content releases. That's where I'll be posting the link. It is first come, first serve. So if you don't get in, it's okay. That's about it. If you can send that link.
Yeah, I'm just making the mock now.
Thank you again, Michael, man. We really appreciate you. Glad that we can help.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely glad.
He wants to jump in. Instead,
here we go. Join the mock.
Thanks so much for the super chat there, Michael. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, hope that's helpful. And Michael, if you have a second, like, are you like what part? I'm guessing it's a slow draft. Where are you in the slow draft? Like, what pick is it currently at? Are you like you're like 3 picks away, like who's available, Okay.
Should we start a rumor? That'd be so funny. Trey Lance to Pat rumors. Should we like send a tweet out and be like,
No one's gonna see that.
and then just everyone retweet it and see how big it goes? Like how we can do that. We can just copy that. Breaking news. We can just say breaking news. Trey Lance. Some team is interested in Trey Lance right now. They're talking behind the scenes, blah blah blah, and then just have everyone retweet it and see if it works.
I don't want to do that. You can do it if you want. I don't want to do it. You got your account for that if you want. You can become the rumor guy.
Lance for Jones
by the way, this is a good point from Jerry here. He says, riddle me this. If Belichick has no faith in Mac Jones, why change over the offensive coaching staff and hire the guy Mac worked with at Bama? Why not just keep Matty P and Judge and let them develop this vastly superior Zappy guy? I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, it doesn't really make sense to bring in what's his name? What's his nuts?
Yeah, the dude that traded away DeAndre Hopkins for pennies.
Yeah.
I know. We all know who he is. We forgot his name.
All right, let's send the link out. By the way, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll send the link out. Fuck, what's his name?
Bill O'Brien. Yes, Bill
Bill O'Brien. There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. Once again, join our Discord, Fantasyland tab with the Orange Football's content releases. Link going out here in 3, 2. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
If anyone's curious, Ethereum is up 5.21% today.
Oh, come on, man. Talk it up. I got a little notification on my PC of some sort of stock going up.
Yeah.
It was like
it's the stock market is starting to recover, which is good for everyone out there who's long-term investors. I'm not a day trader or anything, but long-term investors like myself. Okay.
You got a long-term investment.
Yeah, it's the best way to go about it, I say. Okay, so we are doing a 2023 Dynasty rookie draft. It is Superflex, and we're using the landing spots from ESPN's Jordan Reed. So I'll go ahead and paste that in the chat for you guys. It's in the description as well. Well, let's just quickly go through it so everyone knows what's what. CJ Stroud is a Panther. Bryce Young is a Texan. Anthony Richardson is a Colt. Will Levis is a Raider. Broderick Jones is a Bear, in case anyone cares. Jackson Smith-Njigba is a Texan. I like it. Then we have Bijan to the Chargers. Quentin Johnson to the Ravens. Jordan Addison to the Vikings. Zay Flowers to the Giants. Badake, just quickly, if you could choose one wide receiver to come to your team, who would it be this year at pick 25? Just choose one. Doesn't matter if it's realistic. Who would it be? That's all I want to know.
I'm happy with Quentin. My wide receiver one.
Quentin Johnson. Yeah. Okay.
Quentin Johnson.
Michael Mayer goes to the Saints. Thanks for the sub, Ben. Then we get into the second round where we see Dalton Kincaid to the Raiders, Josh Downs to the Panthers, which that seems like it's mocked everywhere. The Titans get Jalen Hyatt. Man, Badake. If Jalen Hyatt goes to the Titans at pick 41 IRL, ain't a soul gonna be in on him anymore. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
If the Texans trade up for the Texans, the Texans trade up if the Titans trade up for Anthony Richardson and get Jalen Hyatt in the second, everyone's gonna be on him.
Yeah. Darnell Washington to the Packers.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we probably shouldn't get into any sort of debates right now. Like, I'm not saying I disagree with you, but like the chat, I feel like we could be hyping up the chat for unnecessary reasons. Jahmyr Gibbs goes to the Dolphins, which is nice. That's a great spot. Luke Musgrave to the Chargers. Hendon Hooker to the Lions in the second round. Sam Laporta to the Bengals. Marvin Mims to the Eagles. Great capital. Not a great landing spot for him competition-wise. Tucker Kraft to the Titans. Tyler Scott to the Falcons, Cedric Tillman to the Patriots, Rashee Rice to the Rams, Jaden Reed to the Packers, and then we see Luke Shoemaker to the Dolphins, Tank Bigsby to the Jags. Somehow Zach Charbonnet is drafted after Tank Bigsby. Make it make sense, right? I don't get it. But he goes in the third round to the Cowboys. Great spot, but I don't think he'll fall that far. A.T. Perry goes to the Chiefs in the third. Tajay Spears to the Commanders in the third. Trey Palmer to the Browns in the third.
Come on.
Devin A. Chain, R.I.P. Lay down, my sweet darling. Lay down your sweet head. Unfortunately, you are buried in San Francisco. Into the fourth round, we see Michael Wilson to the Falcons. Tank Dell to the Saints. Zach Kuntz to the Commanders. Rashawn Johnson to the Chiefs. Kenny McIntosh to the Ravens. Jonathan Mingo to the Bills. Kayshon Boutte to the Panthers. Let's just do fifth round. You guys can look at the rest if you want. Xavier Hutchinson goes to the Bears. Zach Evans to the Broncos. Eric Gray to the Saints. Ronnie Bell to the Chargers. Chase Brown to the Giants. A lot of unnecessary names here. Cincinnati Bengals get Sean Tucker. Israel Banikonda goes to the Rams. And my comp for Izzy is Cam Akers. And now he's going to share a backfield with Cam Akers. Trey Tucker to the Bucks. So that's the end of round 5, okay?
That's the end of it.
You guys can look at round 6 and 7 if you want. But let's go ahead and start this thing off.
Wow.
Bijan Mustardson, 101.
To the Los Angeles Chargers, huh? Something special's happening over there. CJ Stroud, my QB1. Talk it up.
Yep. Bryce Young at the 103. Let's see what Keegan does here. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba at the 1-4. Anthony Richardson at the 1-5.
Here we go.
Let's see what AKA does, because I think like logistically I have to take a player if he's on the board.
Yeah, you have to take.
Like and so like I have been pegged as this Will Levis hater, and I think what people are not remembering is that I was anti Will Levis anywhere in your top 3. Will Levis is clearly the 4th quarterback. Okay.
Right.
If he actually goes to the Raiders with the 7th overall pick in a super flex league, even if I don't like him, I got to take him here at the 1-7.
Yeah, man. Will Levis. See him at the top. See him up there.
Jeek is up at the 1-8, and he goes Jahmyr Gibbs. Oh, shit. I didn't know Jahmyr Gibbs was available. I assumed he was gone. Damn it.
But you got to take it. Logistically.
No. I would have gone Gibbs there. I would have gone Gibbs.
Logistically, though.
Gibbs is one spot ahead of Will Levis, and I love Gibbs' landing spot. I would have gone Gibbs. Damn it.
Yeah. Logistically, though. Here goes Quentin at the 1-9.
Oh my god. Did you see what Jeek just put in the chat?
Wait, what?
This is a family-friendly stream, Jeek.
That's hilarious.
Jasmine, I didn't even know Kurt Warner had a YouTube channel. Honestly. I had no idea. But I'm sure it's very valuable.
Oh well, who does he like, Jasmine? That's the real question. I didn't know he had a YouTube channel either.
So we see Gibbs, Johnston, Zay, Charbonnet, and Downs off the board.
Okay, well, Downs was the guy. And they why you down. Gosh, that's like just so cringe. I just remember that song in high school. It's just like, shut up.
Down. Hell yeah.
Like, it was cool when it first came out, and then I was like, okay, everyone's playing it. You know, you listen to, what you got on your phone? What you got on your iPod? Oh, gosh, shut up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish you could play like licensed. Like, I wish you could play like any music you wanted on streams. You know what I mean? Like, I just wish that you could do that and it wouldn't be demonetized. Like, that would be so cool.
There is something that you can do. You know what? I wonder if this is.
You got 3 seconds.
I might take a swing here. And let me tell you why.
Oh.
Okay. Let me tell you why. And I know not Dalton. Whatchamacallit? Mayer's there. But I think the reason why I'm doing this, just so I think it could be a lesson. It's like a lot of people will see the Los Angeles Chargers for Luke Musgrave and say, I'd rather have Luke Musgrave on the Los Angeles Chargers than Michael Mayer on the New Orleans Saints. And I think we saw the success in the tight end position in the Los Angeles Chargers last year with Joe Everett, and how he was the guy that was really being successful. Derek Carr going to the Saints in the first round. I think a lot of people will make this mistake if this happens and rather have Luke Musgrave than Michael Mayer. So I'm just trying to have this as a lesson for everyone to say, and Zach always says it, like draft capital matters in this scenario like this. Like, don't just go based off of, what is it that you say? I'm trying to think of the actual words. But anyways, I think a lot of people will definitely make, yes, not Musgrave over Mayer. I think a lot of people make this mistake just based off how they're seeing and where they like the landing spot.
So are you saying that you made this mistake on purpose here?
Yes, I am, because I'm saying people will do this. I'm talking about the Sky Moore thing. Just because he goes to a really good landing spot doesn't mean he should be taken over somebody else. That's what I'm trying to say. Right?
Okay.
And I think we're going to see this a lot next year or this year if we see a Luke Musgrave, a Sam Laporte, or Dose Kincaid going to a landing spot maybe in the second round that is significantly better than Michael Mayer in the first.
Right.
Does that make sense? I'm not saying I would do this. I'm just saying this could be a very big mistake here.
Okay.
But yeah, just a little lesson learned.
Yeah, I mean, I was really struggling to understand where we're going there, because I thought you were trying to say, like, I want to make this pick.
Oh no!
You made that pick to tell us not to do it?
Yes, I'm making the pick telling everyone this is what people will do if they see the landing spot.
Okay.
And I don't want that to be the case. And reiterate, don't take a player just based off of, oh, well, he's playing with Justin Herbert or Patrick Mahomes and he's going to be better like the Sky Moore. Yeah, reverse psychology right there, Jasmine. It's mental. It was actually hilarious with the emoji.
See, I think people are confused because, like, even Chris, he's probably listening. He's like, I don't understand why you did that. But you're saying that you did it as a teaching lesson.
Yes. I'm not saying I'm doing this. I'm saying
Okay.
I'm doing this so other people will understand that they shouldn't do this.
Okay.
Because I think we would see this a lot in our drafts, and maybe people out there that are new to Dynasty be like, okay, like if you're following with us and you're saying, okay, well, Luke Musgrave went to the Chargers, and we haven't seen a tight end on the Saints offense that has been successful in a long time, and I'd rather have Justin Herbert throwing to my tight end with the success we saw with Joe Everett than Derek Carr throwing to the tight end with Chris Olave there, right? I think people will make that mistake. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I think you've confused a lot of people in the chat.
And that's okay. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't do it the right way. But the heart was there. The heart was there. And that's all that matters.
Jasmine says, "Is he in or out on Musgrave?" Like, people are not understanding. Or to be fair, like this was a very confusing way to teach a lesson.
The heart was there. I'll take Tucker here.
I'd go with Jay Sean over Luke Musgrave. So, I mean, yeah, I agree. There's no way I'm taking Luke Musgrave over the other tight ends. Certainly not when they get much higher draft capital and they're better prospects.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page there for sure.
That makes sense.
I was just trying to wrap my head around what was happening.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so Tucker goes and A-Chain goes. I'm telling you, like, I love A-Chain, but this is the only spot where, like, I'm completely out. Trey Lance or Luke Musgrave? Now we got to start asking some hard questions. Sean Kingston or Luke Musgrave?
Sean Kingston for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the song that Sean Kingston had with Nicki Minaj? And it was okay. Hold on, Sean Kingston with Nikki.
Someone asked what Tanner McKee's landing spot was. He went to the Seahawks in the 5th round. So look, I get being in on the landing spot, but 5th round versus Hendon Hooker, who went in the 2nd round to the Lions. Maybe it was like, maybe that's, you just believe in Tanner that much, but you got to go Hooker if you're going to go quarterback there at the 2-8. In my humble opinion. Kyle says, Badake, I think you should use the same logic in the golf league. Trade for Kyler so you can show everyone what not to do.
Oh, gosh. No.
Yeah, I mean, I'll send you a trade
cockroach.
right now, actually, in our home league. And, you know, just what not to do for our home league.
Dotty.
Who do you have in our home league, by the way? I mean, let's see.
In the Dynasty, Herbie, Daniel Jones, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra, Cam, JK, Elijah Moore.
You need some RBs.
Kadarius. No. What you talking about? We back, baby. It took us 2 years, but we back.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Fair.
that's terrible.
Boys,
imagine. Sorry, make your pick.
I'm going to grab Rashawn Johnson here at the 3-7. I think he's probably the steal of the draft so far, if I do say so myself. He went to the, I believe he went to the Chiefs in the 4th round. I'll double check that for us, but yes, Chiefs. Chiefs in the 4th round.
Yeah, exactly. I want everyone to picture this. You're in a startup, got a good top. You got a good pick. I think I had the 5th pick in our dynasty startup in our home league. I get Justin Herbert. I think I also get CeeDee Lamb, and then I hit on my running backs in the mid round. Right? I was like, okay, not early. I said 2nd and 3rd round. I think I went running back in this round. Got J.K. Dobbins, Cam Akers. We in on it, right? I believe in J.K. gonna be top 10. I'm believing Cam gonna be top 10. I was like, I'm killing it. One tears his ACL, the other tears his Achilles, and it's just a fat GG's for my team. I would have won. I think I would have won.
Yeah, maybe.
I would have competed significantly if they didn't get hurt. Let me say that. Let me rephrase that.
Sure.
Would I have won? Maybe not, but I definitely would have competed. I would have been in the playoffs, and I would have had an opportunity to say, you know what, I'm here. But they both had to freaking get injured. Just a fat GG, scary. Yeah. Where did Chase Brown go? He goes to the Giants, right?
I don't know.
I think he does go to the Giants. Where did... I might take a shot on... I'll take Kenny here. Goes to the Baltimore Ravens.
Kenny to the Ravens. Can I ask you like a question? Like, maybe this is just me just being super selfish, but like it's Easter weekend. And like before I even get to my weekend, there's all these plans that I have to do that I don't even want to do. Does anyone else get annoyed about weekends like that where you're like, oh, the weekend is like my time to relax, finally can unwind, like, you know, kind of recharge, relax a little bit. And then like your weekend is already planned for you and you have to do all these things that you really don't want to do. Is that just me? Maybe it's just me.
I think it definitely for certain times. Are you saying that you feel that way? You feel that way this weekend specifically, or you always feel that way around Easter time?
Let me
ask you that question.
Well, I'm just feeling this way today because I was just told basically my entire weekend plans, and most of it is not what I want to do.
Right.
I'm just like, cool. I was looking forward to the weekend, but now I guess I have to look forward to next weekend.
Yeah, no. And it's just unlucky. You gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. That's family.
That's family. Yeah. What can you do? What can you do?
He said my in-laws are coming down, Zach.
Who said that?
MP said
MP
that.
says that? Yeah. It's that time. Parker Washington went in the 4th. Ooh. Okay. I like that.
Yeah, I'm pumped for draft day.
Yeah, same. Pigeon says for sure. Style says, oh yeah, I've turned into a homebody. Chris says he feels that. What do you do if you're on the stream but you need to fart or pick the nose? Just curious. I don't really pick my nose too much. Like I'll scratch my nose.
Yeah, I'll scratch my nose. I feel like I tend to play with my nose ring a lot sometimes, which makes me look like I'm picking my nose, but I'm just moving my nose ring back and forth. But
damn it,
yeah, I don't really pick my nose like that.
Of course. Yeah. I'll probably take Jaden Reed here. You know, Jaden Reed had a pretty good reception perception report. Goes to the Packers in the 3rd.
I don't pick my nose pickers.
I'll grab him. But yeah, I feel like. I mean, you have a mute button, so you can do whatever you need to. I have a mute button if I ever need it, but it's very rare that I feel like that I need it.
I feel like if I'm farting, that is like a hella loud fart that like all y'all can hear. Like that gotta be.
I got a lot of silent ones.
Yeah, he got the silent deli ones. You know, he got one of those.
Every weekend I feel the same. Andrew says, looking forward to April 27th. Jacob says, yes, the draft's gonna be great. Double L says, how do you feel about Pittman in Dynasty? Trade piece or pillar? Right now, I think he's undervalued personally.
Yeah.
I'm more impressed with the season that he had. You could make an argument the worst quarterback play in the NFL. You could make a solid argument about that, maybe outside of Justin Fields for your receiver. So I'm much more like, imagine if Darnell Mooney put up those numbers, because that's kind of what you're working with. I know it's a different offense, like less volume, but like, do you hear me? Like, maybe that's not the best comparison, but I'm more impressed with Pittman than anything. I think he's a buy low. Latino Heat, thank you so much for the super chat. That notification will come up here soon, but receive the 110. Send Kenny Pickett and Elijah Moore. Nah. If that's super flex, I'm assuming it's super flex.
Yeah.
Then I'm keeping Kenny Pickett and Elijah Moore.
Yeah. I think sending Kenny and Elijah Moore in the super flex league might be a bit too much.
Yeah, it's if it is super flex, which Latino Heat will let us know, but that's too much to pay in super flex. Or sorry, the Kenny Pickett side is worth more. Is what we're trying to say. I think that's it for today. I think that is all she wrote. Guys, do you want access to our rankings that will be updated literally like as draft day is ending? Like, we're going to have updated rankings. The site is going to be updated with everyone's rankings, consensus rankings, my rankings, Badake's rankings, one quarterback, super flex, best ball redraft. If you want access to articles that Badake and I have written, as well as the entire team over there, you can see Mason writing some articles, Chris from Endgame, myself, Corey from Stock Exchange. I know Badake and I have some on there as well. You got bonus videos from us on the site. If you're the one quarterback gang out there, we're starting to put round 3 on the site for, you know, if you guys want to see a lot of people in one quarterback land, like when we do that weekly video where we do rookie draft for one quarterback, they're like, where's round 3? Where's round 3? Well, now it's on the site for you. And then we'll have databases up here. We'll have draft guides here. So use our code LAND when signing up for 30% off. You might have seen us do some Dynasty team grades recently. That's a perk of the Mother Flocker tier. You'll unlock parts of our Discord with the Mother Flocker tier that only the Mother Flockers unlock. And another one of those perks is being a part of our weekly Dynasty trade show, which I'll actually put a message in there right now that I'm thinking about it, Badake. I'll go to our Dynasty Trades text channel and just say, recording a video tomorrow, a Dynasty Trades video tomorrow. If you made any deals, put a screenshot here with any context to be on the show.
Yeah, we got the trade show mañana.
So yeah, lots of different things that you unlock. But anyway, it's a 2-day free trial. And some people out there, you might not realize that your free trial is ended. Like if you go back on the site, you might have used our code, but your trials might have ended. So keep that in mind. You might want to log back in, but 2-day free trial, use our code. I full-heartedly believe this is the best product Badake and I could have ever put out to you guys. So feedback's been great. And I think that's it. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Hey, the last 2 videos that we've released, you guys have been really loving. So that's awesome to see. So go check out the latest 2 videos if you have yet to watch them on our channel. We give you some updated rankings for these rookies after Combine and Pro Days. And we tell you what each first-round pick is worth this year in a super flex format. Those are our latest videos. I have a video coming out tonight. And it's a little bit of an interesting one because I'm basically showing you like as many trades as I could find that I've made since about February. And I just invite you on the video, roast me. Here's the trades I've made, roast me.
Roast them.
You might like some of them, you might not like some of them, but that's coming out tonight. And what I love to do is like when I bring you guys a buy low or like a sell high or whatever, like I like to show you examples of me doing that myself, like following exactly what I'm telling you to do. And you'll see that in that video. So anyway, I think that's it for today. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, huge love, guys. Appreciate you. I don't know what else, man. I mean, we'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna do a rookie mock draft as well tomorrow. As always, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you come through, hang, and
we're gonna have to wake up early tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how the hell to do it tomorrow.
3 videos to record.
Savings is really killing us.
I mean, those 3 videos could take like 2 hours. We might have to be ready at 7:30 to record.
Yeah, man. 7:30 just sounds like hell, but we'll figure it out.
It does.
What were we doing last year? We were going live at.
We were going live later.
At 8 o'clock. That's the thing. So 30 minutes is actually a big difference. Yeah, we're just gonna have to figure it out tomorrow. So maybe we can figure out what we should do is figure out the other stuff first before we do anything. Anyways. Yeah, that's something we'll talk about off stream. But huge love, guys. We appreciate you guys.
Later.
Love.